Good morning, friends. And last week and this week we're looking at a series of statements that Jesus gives us about how to live a very rich and fulfilling life. The series of statements is commonly called the Beatitudes, and they're found in Matthew's Gospel, chapter 5. They form the beginning of Jesus' teaching in a sermon we know as the Sermon on the Mount. And each day we've been taking a different one of these. And I've tried to put the religious language of these Beatitudes into more contemporary phraseology so that we can better apprehend what Jesus is saying to us today. And we've looked at 5 of these Beatitudes so far. They are be-attitudes, and therefore I have rephrased them in the terms of affirmations we need to make of our own identity. The first is, I need help. The second is, I am sensitive. The third is, I'm strong but easy to live with. The fourth is, I want to keep on growing. The fifth is, I care. And the sixth, which we look at today, is from the sixth Beatitude, where Jesus says, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. How do we obtain purity of heart? I submit to you that it comes through confession and through the request of forgiveness. Confession and forgiveness are to the spirit what a tear duct gland is to the eye. You see, we cannot help but pick up impurities from time to time in our eye, and the tear duct has a special function to cleanse from our eye those impurities which otherwise could occlude and possibly destroy our vision. And so the Lord himself, in creating us, built into our lives a mechanism by which things could be flushed away that are injurious to our hearts. And this Beatitude, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God, can be paraphrased, my conscience is clear, or my conscience is clean. As a boy, I spent some of my early years in northwest China and Tibet. My parents were missionaries, and in the particular place where we lived, we didn't have running water. So we got the water by taking the donkeys down to the river, filling up the barrels, bringing them back, and when we needed hot water, that hot water was prepared over a stove. And as a boy, I only had to take a bath once a week. It was wonderful, so I thought when I was a boy. But each week my goal was to make the ring around the tub thicker than it was the previous week, because again, I was a boy. Now that I'm an adult, of course, that doesn't happen because I have the pleasure of cleansing every day. Jesus does not want things to build up in our life, does not want moral crud to build up in our life. He wants us to keep a fresh experience with him, and when we do things wrong or when we ourselves are in the wrong, he wants us to take care of it in that day. In fact, the scriptures tell us, don't let the sun go down upon your wrath, which means don't go to bed angry. Keep your conscience clear. Keep things right with yourself, with God, and with the others that are around you. This is a wonderful attitude to have in life, an attitude that says, my conscience is clear.